Hey everyone, Cap here, and welcome to another episode of Investments This Week. So, it's a new week, and we've got a new team of the week, and it's looking nice. If you had a good run in FUT Champions this week, you're loving life. I finished Gold 2, it's my best ever finish, so I'm really happy with myself, because I got 2 shots at getting someone like a Mane or a Kante, but we're going to be looking at everyone in the first team today. And I'm also going to be taking a look at 3 people on the bench. Usually, I don't look at people on the bench because they don't impress me. But these 3 cards are nice. But just cut long story short with this so you can skip forward a minute. I won't invest in any of these. Reason being, these 2 are ones to watch. And Dumfries, it's a discard in form. But anyway, this Dumfries is a really nice looking card. Purely because of the physical. 93 jumping on a 6'2" right back. If you manage to slot him in at centre back, this is I don't even know what to say, like an endgame centre back. His stats aren't the best, but with that physical, I don't think it matters. He's 6'2", he's even got the traits. If this was a centre back card, I would honestly switch my whole team for this. It's a great looking card. But anyway, his rule breakers has gone down a bit. You can see he peaked at 28, now he's back down to 20. He's gone back up to 25, but I think again, there's a few ebbs and flows here, but he'll go back down to 20, I think. Hakimi, his ones to watch has gone up to 40k. I think he's going to go back down to about 30. It's a nice looking card. He's actually got decent enough finishing now. He's got really nice stats. 2-star weak foot's the issue. It very much is the issue. It's why he's not meta. A lot of people that have used him don't like him. I personally did, but a lot of people didn't. He's not going to be in a lot of teams. Someone that maybe though is this Vidal. He's only not got a pace. That's it. He's got everything else. If you stick a basic, he's got 70 pace. If you stick a catalyst, he's got 77. This is a really, really nice looking card. His ones to watch is shot up to 83k, so good on you if you bought him. Even if you bought him a couple of days ago, he went up massively. But chances are, by the time you're actually watching this video, you probably should have told him, to be honest. You probably should have told him by the time you're watching this. But anyway, good looking card. I wouldn't invest though, just because he has the ones to watch. He's not going to go up much. But looking at the first team, we've got quite a lot of interesting players. Let's take a look at the defense first. We've got Jan Sommer. To be honest, there's a lot of good Bundesliga keepers. You would get this guy for fodder only. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about him. He's gone. He's gone. Now, Kufal is an interesting card. His physicals are excellent. His balance is excellent. His passing stats, despite how it looks, is really good. He's even quite fast. The only thing is, if you take a look at other right backs, there's so much competition. You've got, I would say, like personally, I would rather have Walker than Schmeidu. But then there's Trent, there's Pereira, there's not really Aspi. There's Cancelo, there's Wan-Bissaka, there's Schmeidu. There's a lot of players that would rival that position. Because of that, I don't see Kufal going up much, if at all. I think he's going to go down to around about that near discard mark, and he might go up about 2 to 3k. That's about the same as what Gervinho went to, but I don't really see much point. And on a side note, I've not included my selling and investments in this episode, purely because I haven't really done much. I sold my Gervinhos, I made 2k profit on each card, but not much aside from that. I've actually kept steady on my investments because Felix went up to 160. I didn't sell. Thought he'd go up more. I was wrong. He's now down to 130. So I'm holding on for a bit longer and hoping that I can at least make my money back on the one that I bought for 140. Anyway, back to this. We've got Donaire. It's an interesting one, this, because we have this SBC for 63k. And really, this one's better. This isn't as good a card. There's not the best links for him as well. If you look at other Lyon players, you've got Depay, but it'll be hard to slot him in at like a CTM point. Then yeah, you don't really have anyone. This Donaire, again, I don't think he's going to go up much. He's a good card, as good as Konate, probably, but not as good links, so I'm not impressed in this one. Mario Rui is an interesting one, because if we take a look at Serie A left backs, there's a lot of competition, but they're all the same players. You've got Sandro or Special Sandro, you've got Hernandez or Special Hernandez, and then there's Mario Rui. To be honest, there's not really much reason you'd use this one over anyone else, other than price. Yes, he's got really good stamina. Yes, he's got really good agility and balance, but he has no strength. His defensive stats aren't great. He's fast, but he's not that fast. If this guy goes to discard, he might go up a couple K. It may be if Ronaldo gets a left wing in form, then there's a Portuguese link, but no, I'm not picking this one up, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not impressed. But there's a few people in the midfield that I am definitely impressed with. Who do I start with? I guess let's start with Mahrez, because he's the least impressive one. Still, this is great. 5-star, 4-star. He's got stats in all the right places other than physical. This is a great looking card. It also brings him up to 80s in shooting for almost everything that's important. He doesn't have the 80 volleys, but I'd say for a winger it's not the most important. He's got the 5-star skills, and what's most important is competition in the right wing spot isn't the best. You've got Salah, who's way, way, way expensive, and a lot of people don't like him. I have him. He's a really good soup sub, but he's not going in my first team anytime soon. Then Mahrez, he's looking like the best. A comparable player is definitely Ziyech, but he has 2-star weak foot. There's also Bernardo Silva, which some people might actually prefer. But again, this Mahrez slots in quite well. Naturally, it's a Man City inform, so he's going to go up. He's definitely going to go up. The question is he overpriced anyway? At 300k right now, yeah, definitely. But if you can pick him up for, half that or even less, which I think he might do. I think he might go under that. Pick him up, and I think he'll go up a decent amount. But Mahrez is bound to get other informs, whether it's in the Cup of Nations, whether it's just in normal, Premier League and Champions League play. He's going to get more informs. Yeah, I think he's going to do decent this season. So don't hold him for more than a week or two. I don't think he'll shoot up like Saint-Maximin has, for example. But then we've got Goretzka. This is a very interesting card because if you look at the Bundesliga, there's a lot of good midfielders, but weirdly enough, you can't get a lot of them anymore. You've got Kimmich, who is good, but I personally wouldn't use him. You've got Muller, who's not really that good. Royce, who's very expensive and more attacking. Witsel, you can't get anymore. Forsberg, you can't get anymore. Sabitzer, you can still get, but you won't be able to in an extra few days. The season ends very soon. The next closest is probably Zakaria. He's probably the next closest. But if you need, a German Bundesliga or you need a Bayern player, this is really good. So, could he go up? Definitely. He definitely could go up. This is one that I'm quite confident he's going to be using a lot of teams. He's very, very meta looking at his stats. So I could see this one going up a good bit. But as always, best time to invest is just after rewards day on Monday. Or if you absolutely need to pick him up right this second, for whatever reason, just after Division Rivals rewards is another okay time. But again, if you can, if you can wait, Monday, Tuesday, that's the best times. Now, N'Golo Kante. This is a card that I personally am both excited and also kind of scared to get because I already have his untradeable 88, but he's great. So if I get these 89, I'll be happy because I get an upgrade. It's going to be a really nice card having inform Kante. It's just really cool to say that you have him. It's a good card. The only thing is, he's barely an upgrade. He's what? +2 passing, +1 defending. He's barely an upgrade. That's the thing. There's one other card that is a great example, and that's Ramos. This is a centre back that if you have a La Liga team, you will probably be using Ramos, or you probably will have at some point. Now, this card was barely an upgrade this inform, but he still went up. He went as low as 220, and then he went up to 293, so you'd be making a good bit of profit if you had him and sold him here. Then he proceeded to go back down. Now he's about the 240 mark. So this Kante, looking at that trend, could absolutely still go up, but it's going to be hard to kind of gauge how much because he's so little of an upgrade. If you pack him, to be honest, sell him. If you want him purely as an investment, it's hard to say. He'll go up. It's just, if you're paying over, he's probably going to be about 500-600k. If you're paying that much, could you spend the money better elsewhere? Yeah, probably. But if you want just one player to kind of rely on to make coins, yeah, Kante will probably do the job. Someone who also could do the job is this Sadio Mane. This is another one where it's barely an upgrade, but he's already a player that is so well loved by people. I've seen this card in a lot of teams, sorry, the normal card even, and he's taught me a new one almost every time. Great card. he's also got +2 physical, so there's an okay upgrade there, +2 passing as well. So it's not such a minuscule upgrade, but this is the kind of card where if you have so many coins to spend, you know, if you're Mane and you've got Mane's money team, you're going to pick this guy up just because you can. Just because you can. Do I think he's going to go up? It's a hard question, because if you look at other Premier League left wingers, there's not much. You know, you've got some good players, but there's not much that directly compete with Mane. The closest is probably that Rashford. And if it was me, I would pick up the Rashford purely because he could go up in terms of rating. And he's already a good-looking card, and he's cracked. He's honestly cracked this year. But he is the best one at the end of the day. Out of all these, he is the best. So, yeah, your mileage may vary on that one. I personally wouldn't invest in it, but it's absolutely your choice. He definitely still has a good chance of going up. Now, another player has a chance of going up. Is this Lorenzo Insigne? Because if you look at left wingers in Serie A, you've got Insigne. You've got a player that no longer is in the Serie A. You've got a rubbish Perisic. You've got a Çalhanoğlu, which is alright, but you don't have any links with him. Or you've got a player that is actually usable in this Insigne. Yes, he's got 36 strength. He's got no aggression. His stamina's poor, but he's an okay upgrade. You know, he's got the +2 shooting, so his shooting's actually now usable. He's got, you know, it's not the best upgrade, but he's still... This takes him to be a meta player, or at least meta enough that if you had... Well, let's say you had an untradeable, amazing Napoli or Serie A player, you could use this guy, and he would still do you very well. Now, I think this card could definitely go up just because he's the only good left winger in Serie A right now. There's no real alternatives. I don't know what his price is going to rest at, but I personally am probably going to pick one or two of these up. I could see him going up about 15-20% in that week. And then we've got the Strike Force. We've got Batshuayi and we've got Teixeira. Batshuayi, I have no words for. 5-star weak foot, which is really good, but there's other good Premier League strikers. So we'll just get rid of that one. Next up, Teixeira. It's a very interesting one because you've got this 83, and it's quite a different card if you compare. If I bring that up so it looks, yeah, there we go. 94 pace versus 87, but then 80 shooting versus 86. It's just a different card. It very much is just a different card. If you need a soft link to Neymar, you would definitely pick one of these up because he's a very nice striker, quite meta. I think if you have a look at some of the reviews for this Teixeira, people are liking him. Yeah, people like him. So people are probably going to like this 82 as well. He's got everything. There's not a single thing that he's missing. He's even got technical and speed dribbler. This is probably an amazing card to play with. So with that, I think it's going to go up a good bit. I personally am going to pick one of these up, most likely if I've got the coins for it. And I'll probably use him as a super sub for a bit, because I think he'll do well. But with all that being said, that's everything. It's a bit of a quick fire one this time around. It's only, looking at recording, 30 minutes, 45 seconds. I usually take 20 minutes for these, but I like the quicker format just because I don't want to waste I don't want to waste your guys' time. And I want to make it easy enough that if you just want to skip to the people you want to see, go for it. But anyway, that is the whole team of the week that we've covered. So if you guys have got any investment questions, please let me know down in the comments below as you have been doing. But anyway, it's Kappa signing off. Have a good one. Peace out.